Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's recipe I'll be showing you all how I make this delicious ogbono soup with no palm oil. Yes, with no palm oil. So let's get started. So first off, I'll be cooking my meat. I'm going to be using some turkey. You can use any meat of your choice. I'm going to add in some shrimp, then I'll be adding some seasoning. I'll be adding some chopped onion, Maggi cube or store cube. Then I'm going to be adding in a little bit of salt. So I'm going to cook this until it's tender. Add in a cup of water, then cover it and allow it to cook until tender. So when it's done cooking, I'll be putting my meat, the turkey, in the oven for it to bake a little bit. You don't have to do this, it's just that I just love my meat to be baked. So after that, you're going to add in your oil in your pot. So the oil that I'll be using for this recipe is the oil that I got from my stew. When I make stew, I have oil at the top of the stew, so I'll just take them out and put it in a container and store it in my fridge. So that's the oil that I'll be using for this recipe instead of palm oil. So add in your blended ogbono, then you continuously stir it. Make sure your stove is on a low heat, so you continuously stir the ogbono to dissolve the lumps. Do this until there are no lumps. Then you're going to go ahead and add in your chicken stock or any stock that you're using. So I'm going to be using my turkey stock. Add this gradually, little by little, and make sure your stove is on a low heat, guys, because you don't want your pot to start burning. So I had to switch to a better spoon. The wooden spoon was not doing justice for me. So you're going to add in all of your chicken stock. Then you're going to beat this very well so that the oil will incorporate inside the ogbono, because you don't want the oil to start floating at the top. So I'll be adding in some water. If you like your ogbono very thick, be careful of the amount of water you add to it. So that's why it's best to add your water bit by bit. So I like my ogbono to be light but not too light, so that's why I said add the water bit by bit. So continuously beat this so that you know it's ogbono, so you don't really stir it the usual way, so you have to beat it very well. So do this on a low heat, guys. I still do this on a low heat so that you don't want your food to start burning. Look at that color. So that's all I did. Then I'm going to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes on a low heat. So after 3 minutes, I'm still going to beat it. Then I'm going to be adding in some seasoning, some crushed peppers. So I'm having habanero pepper right there and some blended crayfish. So you're going to beat this as well, because you don't want the crayfish to create some lumps in your soup. So beat it, stir it very well. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in my cooked shrimp. So at this point, add in your meat, your fish, anything you're using. I'll be using some tilapia fish right there that I already baked. So here I'm using some dried bitter leaf. I love the taste this bitter leaf brings to this soup. It's so good. So if you're going to use the bitter leaf, make sure you don't use the fresh bitter leaf, because obviously it's going to be too bitter. So but you don't have to do this if you don't like bitter leaf. So I'm going to add in some more pepper. Yes, I love spicy food, so don't judge me. If you don't like your food to be very spicy, you can skip this process, okay? So I'll be adding the baked turkey. So I baked my turkey just a little bit, not too dry. So I'm going to just stir it and allow it to cook some more on a low heat. Like when I finish making the soup, when I transfer my soup in a container, the pot was not burnt, like it was very clean underneath the pot. So that's why I keep saying put your stove on a low heat. So when I'm done cooking the ogbono some more, like in about another 3 to 4 minutes, not much, so I then added in my vegetables. So in here I'm using some spinach. So at this point I've already turned off my stove because I don't really need the extra heat from the stove. So when I added in my vegetables, go ahead, I stirred it up and the soup is ready, guys. Yes, the soup is ready and it tastes so good. You can't believe that I didn't use palm oil for this. The color is still there. So instead of wasting your oil from your stew, you can just take them out and store it in a container and put it back in your fridge. Then whenever you want to use it for okra, you can use it for ogbono as well. So that's all for today, guys. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.